Firstly, background of company. Mami Double Decker Sdn Bhd is a well-known Malaysian leading food manufacturing company established in 1971 by Datuk Pan Cheng Hin in Melaka, Malaysia. This company is famous for producing a wide range of food snack, instant noodle and beverage. One of its most famous products is the Mami Monster, which became popular among children and adults. A crunchy noodle snack, and not to forget, the company also produced brands such as Double Decker, Mr. Potato, and many more. On this day, Mami has successfully expanded its market to over 100 countries. Next is 1.2 working capital. Working capital is the difference between a company's current asset and current liabilities. It shows the firm's ability to fund daily operation and meet short-term obligations. Good working capital management ensures smooth business operation, avoid liquidity problems, and improve profitability. It also helps company pay bills on time, maintain strong supplier relationship, and keep production running without interruption. The main goal is to balance liquidity and profitability by keeping enough current asset to cover short-term debt and without holding excessive idle funds. Next is data financial analysis. The total asset is 86,350,968 and total current liabilities is 19,128,744.
Slide, I will explain the difference between temporary asset and permanent asset. Temporary assets are assets that a company holds only for a short period. These assets usually increase or decrease depending on seasonal demand, market condition, or special business needs. Because they are not needed permanently, business often finance them using short-term borrowing. Once these assets are no longer required, they can be easily liquidated. On the other hand, permanent assets are the assets that a company needs continuously for its daily operation. These assets remain stable over time and do not fluctuate much with business activity. Permanent assets are typically financed using long-term capital such as equity or long-term loans because the company relies on them on an ongoing basis. So in summary, temporary assets change depending on demand, while permanent assets stay constant and support everyday operation. Next, we have net working capital, also known as NWC. Net working capital is an important measure of a company's short-term financial health. It shows how much money the business has left after paying its short-term liabilities. The formula for net working capital is simple, which is current asset minus current liabilities. In our case, the company has current asset of RM94,355,212 and current liabilities of 65,885,473. When we subtract this, we can get a net working capital of 28,469,739. This positive value indicates that the company has sufficient short-term resources to cover its short-term obligation and continue its daily operations smoothly.
Alright, for this slide, I will explain the current ratio. The current ratio measures a company's ability to pay its short-term debts using its current assets. In other words, it shows whether the company has enough liquidity to meet its obligations within 1 year. The formula for the current ratio is current assets divided by current liabilities. Based on Mani's financial data, current assets are 86,315,968. Current liabilities are 90,128,744. This gives a current ratio of 4.51. This means the company has RM4.51 of current assets for every 1 ringgit of current liabilities. A ratio this high indicates very strong liquidity. However, it may also suggest that the company's assets are not being fully utilized or managed efficiently. For 2.4, I will explain financing sources used for current and fixed assets. Mami used long-term financing. Long-term financing refers to the funds a business obtains for a longer period of time, usually more than 1 year. It is used to finance major investment or long-term assets. The main goal of long-term financing is to provide a company with the capital it needs to grow, expand operations, and achieve its strategic objective without facing short-term repayment pressure. For the next one is working capital approach. Mummy uses a conservative approach. The conservative approach in working capital management is a financial strategy where the company maintains a high level of current assets relative to its current liabilities. This approach is also known as the safety-first approach, as it focuses on minimizing risk and ensuring that the company can meet its short-term obligations under all circumstances. Unlike the aggressive policies that prioritize higher profitability by reducing current assets, the conservative approach emphasizes liquidity and financial security.
3.2 Working Capital Policy Adopted. Mummy used a relaxing policy, which is mean rules are decisions that are more flexible and not too strict. It gives people more freedom to act and more choice. In a business, a relaxed policy can mean letting workers have a flexible hours, work in casual way, or share their idea freely that makes employers feel happier and more creative. This I really agree with Mummy because Mummy is a snack company because while making snack, we also need to be happy. Am I right? That's all for me.
For 3.3, which is support using figures and theory, Mummy applies a relaxed working capital policy, maintaining a balanced position between current assets and current liabilities. According to annual report, the company recorded current assets of RM614.3 million and current liabilities of RM475.6 million. The formula show current ratio, which is current assets per current liabilities, and the result is 1.29. This calculation shows that the company has RM1.29 million in current assets for every RM1 ringgit of current liabilities. This suggests that Mummy Company maintains a balanced liquidity position, applying a maturity matching hedging working capital policy with moderate risk and return. The last part is conclusion. Overall, Mummy Company shows very strong financial health. Its high current ratio of 4.5 means the company has more than enough resources to handle short-term commitments without stress. The fact that its total assets are greater than its liabilities also reflect long-term stability, although a large part of its finance involves dealings with its subsidiaries, suggesting Mummy plays a key role in managing funds for the group. The company still stands on solid ground. In short, Mummy is financially secure and well prepared for future growth and planning. That's all.